it's me Bailey, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my August TBR. So I've got my TBR jar here, and I have the 4 prompts that will be going back into the jar for books that I did not end up reading. So I was able to read half of my TBR that I set. I did end up reading more than 8 books in the month, but some of them were for videos, some of them were on my TBR, some were just for fun. So these are the 4 prompts that will be going back in the jar, and those are a book that has been recommended to you, a hardcover book, Grumpy Sunshine, and a Kindle book will be all going back into the jar for another chance at being picked in an upcoming month. So I'm gonna fold these back up and put them back in the jar. All right, so we're gonna be doing 8 picks like normal. And yeah, so my book club book for the month is The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood. So I'm going to see if I can get a prompt to match this, but I will be reading this regardless of if it matches a prompt or not. So this is technically the first book on my TBR, but I'm gonna try and see if I can find a prompt to fit it. But also too, if you'd like to join my book club on Fable, it is completely free and the link will be in the description. But now moving on to pick number 1. Pick number 1 is an indie romance. So for pick number 1, I got indie romance, and for that I'm going with Play Along by Liz Tomford. This is the 4th book in the Windy City series, and I absolutely adore the series. It's one of my favorite romance series of all time. I am obsessed with these characters and this friend group, and I'm super excited to read this hopefully in the month of August. On to pick number 2. Pick number 2 is the oldest book on my Goodreads TBR. Okay, so I'm throwing up a screen recording of my want to read shelf on Goodreads, and it should be by date added, and then we're going to reverse. So the first book is The Savior's Champion by Jenna Morrissey, and this was added on September 20th of 2018. So I guess this will be the book that I'm planning to read for oldest book on my Goodreads TBR. On to pick number 3. Pick number 3 is a book with orange on the cover. So for a book with orange on the cover, I'm going with What Did You Do by Janine O'Reilly, and this is the 2nd book in the Infatuated Fae series. I read the 1st book in June and have been wanting to continue on with the series, so I'm super excited to hopefully get to this in August. Pick number 4. Pick number 4 is TikTok Picks. I'm really not the biggest fan of this prompt, but I didn't read it the last time I got it, so okay, so I'm gonna throw up a screen recording of my TikTok, and then I'm going to refresh, and whatever the first book that appears, I'm going to read. Okay, so it looks like the first book is Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult. So I'm gonna see if my library has that, but I guess that's what we're gonna be reading for this book, Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult. On to pick number 5. Pick number 5 is a title with 3 words or less. For a title with 3 words or less, I'm going with Heavenbreaker by Sarah Wolf. This is a sci-fi fantasy, I believe. This is an absolutely stunning book, and hopefully I like the story, so I'm super excited to hopefully get to this in the month of August. On to pick number 6. Pick number 6 is the highest rated book on my Goodreads TBR. So again, we're going back to Goodreads, and this time we're going to change it to average rating. And so it looks like the highest book is Griffins and Gains by Ashley Bennett, but I'm not sure if this book is out just yet. It doesn't look like it is, so it looks like the next book is Love on the Brain by Natavia, which I think was actually recommended to me by one of you guys. So I think this is like a little novella, so I think this is a zombie book. or something. But that is the second highest rated book on my Goodreads TBR, so hopefully I will get to that in the month of August. On to pick number 7. Pick number 7 is a book that is part of a series. Okay, so for a book that is a part of a series, I'm going with Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh. This is the 4th book in the Boys of Tallman series, and I have been wanting to continue on with this series, so I'm super excited to read this hopefully in the month of August. And on to our 8th and final pick. We have Bright Colors on the cover, and for this one I am going to use The Love of My Afterlife because this cover is very bright. It's so cute, but it's like very bright. That yellow is super bright, so this will be the prompt that I use for this book. So these are the books that I'm hoping to get to in the month of August. I'm really excited about August. August is my birthday month, so I feel like it's always like such a fun month to read in because I just love getting myself new books for my birthday. But yeah, so if anyone is curious, my birthday is on August 18th and I will be turning 26 years old this year. So I'm super excited to read this TBR. I'm excited about this TBR. I feel like this is a really good TBR and I'm excited to get to hopefully all the books on here. And with that being said, that is all for today's video. If you guys liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. If you have made it to this point in the video, leave a birthday cake emoji for my birthday month. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.